right, we's about to begin, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful Sunday in the dome. Gray skies, because everything in the dome is gray. 2 o'clock game again. The only 2 o'clock games that you will see until September are Sunday home games for Kiwoom. So I will do every Sunday home game for Kiwoom just because I know most of you guys like the 2 o'clock games. So all right, Shinmin J will lead things off as maybe we have a pitch com. We do. Looks like the pitcher's wearing a very different. Maybe he's wearing like a do rag or a bandana underneath his hats. It looks a little strange, but it's in there for a strike on the first pitch anyway. So the catcher or the pitcher for QM, this is the first time he's started another game since April 12th against Hanwha, as that is a ball on the inside. This is the first round in the draft, the first pick in the draft last year. He's 2-0 on the season, 3 games of 4.80 ERA. Really struggles with some command. 11 strikeouts, 13 walks. It kind of he seems to be struggling with his pitch com there. Goes with a flat brim. Gotta love a hat with flat brim. QM wearing their military appreciation uniforms, I guess, is that's a strike on the outside, and it's 1-2. I don't know what to think about these socks. The socks are awful. I mean, just awful. I don't know who designed those, but they should never be anywhere near a design again, as that is going to be a single into the gap. Right fielder coming around. Shinmin J is going to be sliding into second base, and he is starting the game off hot for LG with a leadoff double. So have to think about how he's going to pitch. Again, he did pitch 2 games in the Futures League. He did pitch on Tuesday in the Futures League against LG's Futures team. 2.1 innings, 53 pitches, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. Again, I talked about he struggles with command, 13 walks in just 15 innings. But he's only pitched in 3 KBO games. So we'll see how he does there as Kim Hyun-soo looks at a strike there on the bottom half of the zone. 286 on the season for Kim Hyun-soo. Playing a lot of left field. A lot of left field. For those of you wondering, this Kiwoom is the home stadium for Lee Jung-hoo or Jung-hoo Lee for those San Francisco fans. Also Kim Ah-sung and Kim Hae-sung, Tampa Bay Rays and the LA Dodgers. And then Park Byung-ho, who was with the Minnesota Twins. And Jung Kang-ho, who was with the Pirates, as that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws to first, moves him over on the ground outs, 1 away, but you've got a runner over on third base now. And brings up Austin. He loves him some RBIs, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Dean average back up over 300, 303, 18 home runs on the season for what I would say is probably the best foreigner in the league. Second in the league with a 301 WAR, only behind the guy following him. As that's in there for strike. 18 home runs. Diaz running away with it, already at 24 home runs on the season, a third of the way. All right, here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a pitch at his shoes, and it's 0-2. Chun Hyun-woo does not throw hard, ladies and gentlemen. Does not throw hard at all. As that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws to first, but that will be an RBI groundouts, and they take the quick lead 1-0. There you go. 2 outs, and that brings up a Moonbo Young as LG takes the very quick lead. Austin loves his RBIs. It's you're at a bachelor party watching the game as that is up high, ball one. Not too bad. It's so strange now. All the free time I have because I used to work. I'd get up at 6, go to work 8:30, finish at 5:30, come home, immediately start streaming. As that's a swing and a miss there, 1-1. And then so I'd be done at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then clean, do all that stuff. But now I have so much free time. As that's in there for strike at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels weird. I feel like I'm not even watching baseball anymore because I really can't pay attention because I'm working when the games are happening. I completely forget what day of the week it is anymore. As the 1-2 just catches the outside corner, strikes him out. Says that will be 3 away, but they get 1 on the leadoff double. And that is not correct at all. He is not DHing. He gets the leadoff double. We'll go to the bottom of thy first. All right. Enjoy. That is strange. We are not doubling up here. Let's try this. That's strange. All right, so now we go. I think we've got our chat back up on the screen, guys. Sorry about that. All right, defensively, Park Min in center, Moon Sung Ju over in right since Kim Hyun Soo. There we go. Now we got it going. Is it doubling up? That's strange. Not first, but we'll take it. I'm not allowing you to have your first since the chats weren't connected. Sorry, Kiwi. Kiwi, are you back home now, or you still gallivanting around Seoul? Son Sung Gi out there on the mound. He has been pitching extremely well. This is Song Sung Moon just walked into the house. Oh, Song Sung Moon doing what his things. That's right. Priorities. Priorities is the first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner. How is the dome? How is Moonhawk? As that is low. Ball one. Oop, wrong side. 1-1. Really? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. The 1-1 just misses outside. 2-1. Nice to see Kiwoom brought all 12 of their fans to the game. That is my one complaint against Incheon. I hate it because it's the only one that I have to take a bus to, and I hate taking the bus. It's the 2-1 up high, 3-1. Son Sung Gi. That girl is constantly on TV, every game I've done for her. As that's a strike at the bottom of the zone, and we've got our first full count, ladies and gentlemen. It did take us a half an inning to get there, but let's all celebrate. As that is fouled away. Yeah, I know. It was probably 75%. Yeah, it had to be 75% LG fans, if not more. In the last 4 games, 8 hits, 2 home runs. And that's going to be rolled over. Second baseman's going to have to hurry. Quick throw doesn't make the play, and he'll be in there with a leadoff something. I would call it an error, but it's going to be on base nonetheless. And he did have to hurry. We'll see what the official scoring is. Oh, yeah, that's definitely an error. Should be an error on Austin Dean there. And that is almost hits Cheju on, but ball one. Definitely an error on Austin there. Hit him in the glove. No, I did not. He just came back, I thought, as that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Cheju on 280 on the season, and that is popped up. Catcher moving around and under it, and 1 away. I keep hitting the wrong button. I mean, Alcantara, yeah, I mean, Rosenberg pitched well in his 1 game back, too. And throws over its first as Sung Moon steps back. Kiwi, what do you think about these Kiwoom military appreciation socks? As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. They didn't bunt. No, not yet. The socks? No, the socks. Take a look at those socks. Not the uniforms are ugly. The uniforms, yeah, the uniforms switched. So last year it was white sleeves and digital camo in the middle. So you have to check Sung Moon's socks or the Kiwoom's pitcher's socks also, since they're both wearing the knickers. Harry, yeah, I mean, what do you do whenever they don't bunt? And that is a foul away, 1-2 now. Like the color doesn't match the helmets; it matches the piping. Yeah, something like as that is in the dirt. It's 2-2 now. It's very, very interesting. You have like that dark tan, like mud, like dark mud, and then you have this like right around the ankle. You have this splash of brown digital camo, and then back to the mud or below the ankles. They've got to be one of the worst designs I've ever seen. Like have them all mud. I'm calling that mud. I don't know what the official color is. That's a swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes, and that's will be his first strikeout of the day. And 2 away. So now that you've been to a few stadiums, which stadium would be your favorite? As Im Ji Yeol steps in, 246 for our spectacled friend. Does have one home run on the season, as that is up high, ball one, 1-0. Changwon over Hanwha, as the 1-0 is up high, 2-0. Yeah, Hanwha, it just or yeah, it's not good for watching a game. They That's Mrs. Low, 3-1. It seems like they cared more about jamming as many amenities into the stadium and forgot about the fact that it's there to watch baseball. And that is a popped up right fielder Moon Sung Ju coming in and makes the catch on the run, and that will be three away. They get one on the air, but they go 0 for 3 after that and leave them on. We'll go to the second inning. 1-0 LG. Yeah. Uh, I've only been there with you. That's one time, but yeah, I mean, it seemed very, very wide and open. But as far as views from the seat, good lord. But of course, they had zero food options when we were there. Yes, that's the thing I hate about Jamshil. I hate about Incheon. I hate Lotte is the worst. Incheon, Incheon and Lotte, the worst is like trying to get to where you need to go. It's so difficult to just get where you want to go. Another thing, it used to be Jamshil, the Dome, Incheon, all of those places. If you wanted to go to the outfield, you couldn't go to the outfield unless you had an outfield seat. You had to leave the stadium, go around and go into the outfield seating. They only allowed outfields seating in through the outfield entrances and infield seating in through the infield entrances. Yeah, so what they did is they changed it all back when Corona happened. Actually,
너무 감사합니다.
thank you, Jenny. All right, Moonsong Ju leads things off for LG as that first pitch is in the dirt and ball one. So what they did is it because the outfields used to be free seating, so you could sit wherever. As that is ripped but foul, 1-1. It used to be free seating, so like you would just get a ticket, you didn't have a seat, and then you would get there and you would sit. But when Corona happened, they had to put numbers on all the seats so that they could space out everybody. Second inning. And here comes the 1-1. A check swing, but fouls it off, and it's 1-2. Yeah, so they had to put like Hanwha's outfield used to be the same, where but Hanwha you could go to anywhere. The outfield, the seats up by the bullpen in the old stadium, those were numbered, but the ones behind were all free seating. As the 1-2 just misses up high on the curveball, 2-2. What are they? Are you reading that at the bottom, Kiwi? Something about wildfires or building on fire or something. As they check to see if he went around, he did not. Runs the count full. Checking something, some fire. Yeah. My Korean is not good enough for that, as that's a swing and a miss as he swings at a pitch down to below the zone, and he gets tagged out for the first out. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. There's a the reason why I'm not focusing is there's a big like natural disaster announcements going across the bottom of the screen here as I'm watching. That looks like Ryu and Jin back there. As here we go. That first pitch is fouled away from Gubon Yuk, and it's 0-1. Jung Hyun-woo's family in attendance. And that is going to be lifted into right field, but the right fielder makes a very awkward looking catch, and it's 2 away. 14 pitches in that first inning for Jung Hyun-woo, not Jung Hyun-woo. Let me fix that. All right, Lee Ju-hun steps up, the backup catcher, who looks at strike one on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 233 on this season, but he's hitting a 348 on the road. And did he go around? I think he did. No, he didn't, and that's 1-1. We'll see the replay, see if my call is right or the first base umpires, or we won't because they're just going to have the next pitch instead. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that is a slow. Maybe I might have had it too loud. A slow curve that is falls low. 2-1. Yeah. As the 2-1 in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Yeah, I couldn't. He was saying something about cover your mouth and nose and get to this place that you can see clearly. As that is fouled away once again, stays 2-2. 28 pitches now for Jung Hyun-woo, making his first starts since he beat Hanwha back in the May on the 12th of May, or sorry, the 12th of April, as he catches him looking there, ends the first inning and the second inning with looking strikeouts. His third of the day, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0. Kiwoom, or no, 1-0. LG. I'm not even thinking. I'm still trying to figure out what was going on. I thought, no, not Kiwi. You're showing your non-Americanism. A Frosty is Wendy's. Dairy Queen is a Blizzard. Oh man, Kiwi. What's up, D-Lo-E? You have not too bad. Water. All right, Song Sung Gi back out there. Lead off air, left the base runner on. We'll have Kim Gun Hee leading things off in the bottom of the second. Looks at strike one on the outside corner. And it's 0 on. And way, way, way up high, 1-1. Uh LG, they're winning already. And the 1-1 is catches the bottom of the zone, 1-2. They always get you. They always get you, man. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Kim Gunny, 2-3-4 on the season. And that is fouled right back into the catcher and stays 1-2. Oh, Sun Sung Gi doesn't throw particularly hard. 144, 56% of the time he's going to throw his four-seam fastball. Off of that, a slider, 18% of the time, then also mixes in a change 12% of the time, and a forkball 7% of the time, as that was a slow curveball, look like, and that's is a 6-3 groundouts, one away. Looked like a curveball, could have been a forkball, could have who knows what it was, but definitely looked like a curveball. It only gives me the four top pitches or pitch choices, so I don't know if he does throw a curveball, but that definitely looked like one. All right, so first pitch to Pak Soo Jong is a ball outside 1-0. 105 on the season for the right fielder. And he swings at that pitch. It pops it up, right fielder under it. And that's 2 away. Yesterday, who was yesterday? Was it the lefty? Oh, no, Im Chang Gyu. And here comes the first pitch to All Jun Saw. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. I always have to look at the Kiwoom names because I don't really know them very well. And they have some very interesting names, as that is in there for a strike, 0-2. I've never seen someone with the family name All until I've seen this player. And here comes the 0-2 pitch, fouled away, stays 0-2. Where's Mary Kate? Definitely 100% is that almost eats up Shinmin J, but he recovers, throws over to first, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. And we will go to the third. It's 1-0 LG.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, TMC. It's going to pop up once again here. Quick 11 pitch inning there for Song Sung Gi. We are moving along and nice and quick here. Just the way you drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. Always. just just the other day, I've been wondering about one of the missing regulars. I've been wondering what happened to Takamatsu. I've been looking at the newspaper, seeing if there's been any foreigners being arrested for indecent exposure, taking their shirt off and running around. 100%. Oh, LG will have their 8-9-1 hitters coming up. What's wrong? All right, Son Young Jun will lead things off, the third baseman today. And that's Mrs. Lowe, ball one. And he's in there for a strike on the outside, 1-1. Four-time Son Young Jun has been in the. And another 1-1 is 1-2. 안녕하세요. And here comes the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirts. And they tag him. He thinks he hit it. We'll see, as there is one away. The home plate umpire says, "Nope, you didn't touch it, sir." And that will be strikeout number 4 for Jung Hyun-woo. Then, nope, you didn't touch it. No video replay there, but that brings up Park Min, a ground ball to the first baseman on the first pitch. Grabs it, steps on the bag, and that's 2 away. Yang Hyun Jong with a great play over there at first base. Jun, 어떤 팀 좋아해요? 근데 키움 팬이나 LG 팬이에요. Jumpstart their season. They've already won 3 straight series. They were just lulling the rest of the league to sleep, letting them think about them. As Shin-Min Jae steps in, he's 1 for 1 on the day, has our 1 hit on the day and our 1 run on the day. As here comes pitch number 35, and that is going to be a single into right field, and that's his second time on base, ladies and gentlemen. And that's jammed him a bit off right at the label, but gets it past the second baseman. All right, that brings up Kim Hyun-soo, a 4-3 ground out. Beneficial ground out, though, is moved the runner over, runs inside, and it's 1-0. 285 on the season for the left fielder of Phillies and Baltimore fame. All right, here we go. The 1-0. Nope, we're going to throw over to Shin-Min Jae, but he slides in as the ball almost goes over his head. Shin-Min Jae, 6 for 10 on the season on stolen bases. LG continues to think that they are a team full of Usain Bolts. one of the worst teams in the league in terms of trying to steal bases, is that's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman on the grass, picks it up, throws over, and that's 3 away. They leave one on. 0 for 3 with runners on base, but they'll take the lead to go into the bottom of the third. 1-0 LG. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Summer is officially here in Korea, but they're playing in the dome, so it's what, 20, 25 degrees, 24 degrees, something like that. I don't know what they keep it. I haven't been to the dome since the Dodgers and Padres played. Algasol. Last year, opening day for the MLB. See, the thing, like when I went the games were in March. I was hot. It was super hot. Like I was not enjoying it. But maybe it's a little better. But Koreans are always cold. They're cold any time that it's not 35 degrees outside. Alrighty, Weez be back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Well, yeah. Humid heat. It's gross. It's disgusting. All right, Song Sung Gi steps in. Or sorry, Yang Hyun Jong steps in, looks at a pitch right down the middle. And that's in the dirts, and it's 1-1 now. 33 pitches for Song Sung Gi, 20 in the first inning, 11. No thanks. I'll take dry heat. As the 1-1 is fouled away, giving all 27 Kiwoom fans a souvenir. And it's 1-2 now. I would much prefer the dry heat of Colorado any day, as that's a swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes, and that's strikeouts number 2 on the day and out number 1. Like in Korea, you finish you finish taking a shower and then you immediately want to take a shower again because it's so humid outside. It's gross. Alrighty, that's gonna bring up the number 9 hitter, Song Ji-hoo, who lifts that one first pitch to right field. Moon Sung-ju under it, and that's 2 away. Flips the lineup back over to Song Sung Moon. I don't worry about my hair. Oh, Song Sung Moon reached on the E3 to start the bottom of the first for Kiwoom and looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone there, and it's 0-1. Both lefties working quick today, and the 0-1, that's going to be right to Austin, who eats that one up and steps on the bag. Another 1-2-3 inning, and that was a 7-pitch inning. 38 pitches through 3 innings for Song Sung Gi. We'll go to the 4th inning. It's 1-0 LG. I like it. This is fantastic. 40 minutes in, 3 innings done. Yeah, let's see. What was yesterday? Yep, 2 hours, 11 minutes right on there, Kiwi. Versus the Hanwha game that I streamed, and that was 3 hours and 49 minutes, and it felt like 20 hours watching Kia's manager piss himself. Good thing you weren't a Kia fan. You would have been yelling and throwing up everywhere. Probably thought you were just a regular new Hanwha fan. Just your typical bandwagon fan. All right, here we go. I definitely remember I was there for 11 years of it. All right, Austin Dean leads things off for LG. Here in the top of the fourth, the 6-3 ground out with an RBI in his first at bats, and that's a slow breaking ball in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. As far as pitching, you've got he throws a very slow fastball. 53% of the time, he only throws it 138 as that misses low, 1-1 now. Off of that, a slider 29% of the time, 124. Throws a slow curveball, 112 is the average at just about 11%. It also throws a forkball 7% of the time, as that is crushed, but it's hooking foul. And it went over a player, hit the back, flew back out onto the field, and it's 1-2. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, way outside. A swing and a miss on a pitch up at his eyes, and that's the fifth strikeout of the day for the young rookie. 1 away. They set up right at the knees on the line of the left-handed batter's box, and he ends up throwing it up at Austin's eyes on the outside corner. Way up high, though. And 1 away now. And that's first pitch to Moonbo Young is low in the dirt, so 1-0. Moonbo Young 0 for 1 on the day, struck out looking in his first at bats. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1-1. Yeah, Kiwoom. Well, they also get Anu Jin back, the best pitcher in the KBO, best Korean pitcher in the KBO. The 1-1 pitch. And that is in there for a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. So they've got Jun Hyun-woo, they've got Kim Min-ah, they've got Ha Young-min. They've got 3 good young pitchers. And the 1-2 is going to be slapped, and that will be an error on the third baseman. Son Sung-moon down, if positioned perfectly, right off the glove. But it was close. It was close for that first inning in GNF. But at the same time, they had Lee, Kim, and still never won a championship. And that's ripped, but steps on the bat. Ooh, they called it foul. Pak Byung Ho. Oh, was he? I don't think he was. Was he still there? Maybe. All right, we've got an 0-1 pitch now to Moon Sung Ju. Struck out swinging in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. And that is lifted into left field. The left fielder ranging back and makes the catch. 2 away. Yeah, so, again, they had five guys that were absolutely ridiculous. And that is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Even with Lee Jung-hoo and Kim Hae-sung, they still finished dead last, just a few half games behind Hanwha. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. They had a couple. Jerry Sands was a regular. They had Addison Russell. That was after Kim Ha-sung left, though. As the 1-0 pitch, low, 2-0. Yeah, Jerry Sands was the main one. Puig was in there. Addison Russell. Who else? Jerry Sands. He was before that. That's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. Addison Russell, I think, was 2020. Puig was 22, so I think Addison Russell was 20, as that is in the dirt and gets away from him, and he'll slowly roll over to second base, and that leaves the count at 3-1 now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jerry Sands was the main one I remember. I can get real deep into the stat sheets, and yeah, when I first moved here, Jerry Sands was the right fielder. He ended up leaving though, as Gubon Hyaka lifts that one to left field under it, and that's 3 away. They get another error, but it's 0 for 2. They're now 0 for 5 with runners on base, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 LG. Yeah, let me keep going. Yeah, I remember they had Taylor Motter. No, we are deep into my. Yeah, Jerry Sands was in 2019. Yeah, Jerry Sands 2019, 2020. I thought, was that Taylor Motter, or was that yeah, Taylor Motter was in there, but then he left, and from there I don't know who they signed after that. Looking, I don't see anybody. Yeah, Addison Russell was 2020. As that misses up, and it's 1-0. Che Juan steps in for for Kiwoom. And lifts that one up. Moon Sung Ju giving chase, but it will. What a sliding catch into the padding in foul territory with an absolutely fantastic catch by the right fielder. Didn't think he was going to get to it, but he chased it down. A sliding makes the catch as his feet go into the wall. Yeah, yeah. For Cardenas is injured. And the pitch is hit to the second or the shortstop back behind the second base, and that is quickly two away. Didn't even get a chance to say who was up. Well, he's injured, so he should be back. So 2020 was Addison Russell. 2021, who was 2021? As that is going to be the first single into center field. They are swinging away. First hit of the day for Kiwoom. And that breaks up the old no-hitter, ladies and gentlemen. Brings up Kim Gon-hee of catcher. 6-3 ground out in his first at-bats. 0 for 1 on the day. Yeah, I'm trying to see who is... And that first pitch is a swinging. Austin giving chase in foul territory, but he's not going to be able to make it. And that will be 0-1. Yeah, it's tough to look at previous years. Kiwoom had Prietus. I don't know who that was. Prietus? As the 0-1 is going to be a squibbler, but it's foul. 0-2. Yeah. Prietus. But that was a catcher. As that is way outside on 1-0. They had a foreign catcher. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch. And checks over at first base. Easily back. Kim Gon-hee struggling on the season. Again, so young, the whole team, as that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Picks it up, underhand toss to Guwon-hyuk. And that will be 3 away. They get a 2-out single, but nothing from that. So they've left 2 on. We go to the 5th. It's 1-0 LG. Having ourselves a little pitching duel here, ladies and gentlemen. A little pitching duel. 46 pitches, 8 more pitches there in that inning. He's 46 pitches through 4 innings. Gotta love that if you're an LG fan. 52 pitches for the Kiwoom starter through 4 innings. LG will have the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. In the top of the fifth. I keep looking at the rest of the league, and then I realize that there are no other games. I did the same thing last week. Keep looking and then realize that this is the only game going on right now. Two a.m. I don't do 2 a.m. 2 a.m. is sleeping time. Do you mean the 5 p.m. games, I assume? I guess that's 5 p.m. games here. No, it's too hard to do the double headers. I will do double headers if so I'll do 5 p.m. games. I will do 5 p.m. games if there's no Kiwoom Sunday game. But in July and August, when Kiwoom has a 2 p.m. game, the other games don't start till 6 p.m. So that's enough time for me to be able to do the doubleheader. All right, Iju Hun 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first at bat. Looks at ball one on the curveball in the dirts. Iju Han hitting 353 in day games. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle, and it is in there for a strike. 1-1. Iju Han, again, first pick in last year's draft. His first outing, I believe he has the most pitches thrown in the KBO this year. Threw 122 pitches in his first ever KBO game. 122 pitches in 5 innings to get the win, as here comes the 2-1 swing and a miss there on a beauty. 2-2. 53 pitches in his last start. Don't know how many pitches he'll throw here. Maybe 80 pitches, as the 2-2 is ripped foul. And it stays 2-2. Maybe just goes 5 innings. Maybe he'll go up to 80 pitches or 70 pitches. Sitting at 57 pitches now. And here we go. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Just gets it off. And that is way up high, 3-2. First full count of the day for LG. And here we go. The 3-2 is grounded to the third baseman, picks it up, throws across, and that's one away. Song Song Moon doesn't miss that one. Brings up Son Young Jun, the third baseman today. Struck out in his first at bats. 222 on the season now. As we've got time called for something. Needs some more rosin, apparently. Five strikeouts on the day is the tied, or is the most in his career. Again, he's only had 3 starts. And a swing and a miss there, 0-1. The first start, 7 walks, 4 strikeouts. Next start, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Next starts 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be right back up the middle. off the mound, bounces to the second baseman, picks it up behind the bag, and that's 2 away. Beautiful, beautiful positioning. The second baseman, again, there are no shifts in the KBO, but he was positioned just behind, just to the second base of the bag. Uh, he has a he's striking a lot of guys out, but he's not able to do a whole lot as that bunt goes foul. Great bunt, but ends up going foul from Pake Min. So he won his last game against Kiwoom, 7 innings, didn't give up any runs, but the game before that to Samsung, I don't know. Yang Hyun Jung has not pitched well this year. The Kia starter, former Texas Ranger. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. He is using that curveball. And here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirts. 1-2. All right, 1-2 sets up at the outside, pops him up. Center fielder under it's maybe under it. He's looks like he lost it, but he finds it again. That'll be a 3 away. 1-2-3 will go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 1-0 LG. Good Lord, somebody find some offense. Where, oh, where will the offense be? Where, oh, where could it be? 65 pitches through 5 innings for the rookie versus the what's most people are saying is the current rookie of the year, the leading the rookie of the year. Kiwoom will have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up in the bottom of the fifth. Nothing is happening in this game. Nothing is happening. Yeah, he is a rookie. Yeah, he has been ridiculous, but yeah, he played in 16 games last year, so he should be a rookie. Yeah, I mean, he'll play enough. He's only played in 35 games. I think you got to play in like 66% of the games or something like that to qualify for anything. I don't know the exact numbers in the KBO. But yeah, I mean, if he continues to play well, he should win it. That's of course Son Sun Gi has been lights out recently also as that is up high, ball one. Yeah. Oh, Pak Soo Jong 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to right field in his first at bats, and that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Also, I mean, Son Sun Gi is pitching absolutely fantastic. The last 4 games, he's given up 3 runs total. Last game, 6 innings, 0 runs, 6.2 innings, 0 runs, 5 innings, 3 runs, 6 innings, 0 runs. And here we go, the 1-2 pitch. And that misses outside at 2-2. I mean, coming into this game, he had a 256 as the 3-2 runs the count full. Second full count of the day for Kiwoom. They reached on an error in the first one to lead off the first inning, and here comes the 3-2 pitch, fouled away and stays 3-2. I mean, doesn't like 80% of the world come from the Mongol Empire? Something like that. As he gets some more sticky stuff. And the 3-2 pitch ripped, but foul. And the ball boy will get himself some work, and we'll set up for another 3-2 count. Had to get you out as quick as possible. Let the world enjoy it. As that's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop, throws across and one away. All right, All June Saw steps in, 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out. And the first pitch fouls that away, and it's a strike one on ball one. And the 0-1 pitch, a slow breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful pitch. A 112 on the old radar gun. And the 0-2 swing and a miss. That might have fouled it into the glove, but nonetheless, that's strikeouts number 3 and outs number 2, bringing up Yang Hyun Jong. And the first pitch is a strike down at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Yang Hyun Jong, 0 for 1 on the day, 0 for the season. Struck out in his only at bat today. And here comes the slow curveball, but just misses, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 runs it inside. Did he hold up? He did. And it's a 2-1. Setting up on the inside, doing. And here comes the 2-1, misses low, 3-1. Running into a little bit of control here is at a full count to Pak Soo Jong, and then now Yang Hyun Jong. Here we go, the 3-1 counts. And that walks him. A 2 outs walk now to the number 8 hitter, who has 0 hits on this season. Brings up the number 9 hitter. Sure, he's not going to be happy about that. Song Ji-hoo will come in. Son Seung-gi, not a guy that walks very many. Really does not walk very many at all. In 21 walks in 63 innings. That's his first of the day. And here we go. That is going to be lifted into right field. Moon Sung-ju running in, makes the catch. And that will be the end of the first half of this game. We'll take a little bit of a break. We'll be back for the 6th. I'll see you in a few, ladies and gentlemen. right, Jo Young Gun out on the mound now. 12 games of 37 points at 2 innings. As that'll be it for the pitcher. A good first game back for him, I guess. As Shin-Min Jae will greet the new pitcher. And the first pitch is outside, a ball one, 1-0. Shin-Min Jae 2 for 2 on the day. He has the only 2 LG hits. A double with a run scored in the first, and that's his low 2-0. All righty, here comes the 2-0 pitch to Shin-Min Jae. And up high, 3-0. It's his first game back as a starter since April. As here comes the 3-0 pitch and misses outside. Ball 4, walks him on 4 pitches. Yeah, so the last time he started a game in the KBO in the first league was April 12th. So he did pitch 2 games in the Futures League or the second league, where he ended up, he threw 25 pitches in 1 inning, and then on Tuesday he threw 53 pitches. So 70 to 80 pitches is kind of what I was expecting, but now he's got to go through for the 3rd time. So I don't hate the move. As Kim Hyun-soo looks at ball 1, 5 pitches of 5 balls. It definitely could be. Premio, are you Korean? 근데 그 정현우 첫 번째 경기 투구 122 투수했어요. 투구수했어요. Yeah. All righty, here we go. We'll see if he can finally throw a strike. And that's going to be lifted into center field. Center fielder running back, but that is going to hit off the top of the wall. Shin-Min Jae round in third. He's going to come home to score. And that, ladies and gentlemen, puts them up 2 to nothing.
쿨스퍼채티드 9.99달러.
Thank you, cool. I can like that and heart it. No one else can because they don't have the abilities. But thank you, sir. RBI double there for Kim Hyun-soo. And Shin-Min Jae now on has scored twice today. That brings up Austin Dean. I will. Thank you. Well, he finally threw a strike, guys. He finally threw a strike. It just happened to be down the middle and deposited off the top of the wall. That was very close. That was almost a 2-run shot. And that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Throws it over, and that will be 1 away. Moonbo Young will step in now. Yeah, this is the Kiwoom issue. Well, honestly, Kiwoom has a ton of issues. They have a ton of issues, but one of them is Kim Hyun Soo. Moon Bo-kyung steps in. The former Philadelphia Philly and Baltimore Oriole, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. The Kiwoom bullpen with a 6.56 ERA on the season, easily the worst in the league. As that is popped up. Song Sung Moon in fair territory under it, and that's 2 away. All righty. Moon Sung Ju will step in now. Up until that's a double, LG was 0 for 5 with runners on base. What's up, AJ? All right, here we go. Moon Sung Ju always looks like he's afraid to swing the bats. He's afraid to be in the batter's box, but that is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Oh, Moon Sung Ju 0 for 2 on the day. Again. Better get the boats out. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, misses up high, and it's 2-0. Moon Sung Ju struck out in his first at-bats, flew out to left in his second at-bats. Yeah. For which game? As that misses, and it's 3-0. Over 6 for the first 5. We're in the 6th inning. As that is way up high, and he walks him. 4 pitches, 4 balls, and so yes, I would say 6 for the whole game. I don't think so. I think Kiwoom's bullpen gives up some more runs here. Yeah, I can't imagine. Again, cool. LG's pitcher's only thrown 63 pitches so far. All righty, here we go. The 2-0 pitch. Well, sorry, the 1-0 pitch. 2 on, and that's going to be ground ball to the shortstop. Flips it over to second base, and that's will be 2 away. 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. LG doubles their lead at 2-0. LG's offense just isn't nearly what it was last year. That is definitely 100% for sure. Only 3 hits today. They finally get a hit with a runner on base. They get 1 hit with a runner on base, 1 for 4 in that inning. They are now 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, 1 for 9 with runners on base. It's a good thing Shin-Min Jae is there because he has scored both of the runs in this game. Kiwoom will have the top of the order, the 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for them. Obviously, Son Sung Gi will still be out there, just sitting at 63 pitches through 5 innings. He is obviously thinking complete game shutouts. LG already has 1 no-hitter on the season. That was against the Samsung. Last game for Hernandez before he got injured. Obviously, here in Korea, it was just flashing on the bottom of the screen. I think it's because it's so dry here right now. It's not supposed to rain until Friday. Why didn't that clear out? There we go. All right, so Song Seung-gi, 63 pitches. Ojiwan takes over at short. Kubon Hyuka moves over to third. First pitch is grounded to the Shinmin J. Throws to second, or throws to first, and that's is quickly one away. Good Lord. Slow down now. AJ needs runs. So Son Young-ju comes out. All right, Cheju-won steps in 0 for 2 on the day. Foul pop up to the catcher, and then a great play by Moon Sung-ju sliding into foul territory as he looks at strike one, 0-1. OG1 moves the shorts. That's a ball in the dirt. Oh, my Lord. Where's Eminem? I need to challenge him to a rap battle as that is lifted into the air. Hakemin underts, and that's 2 away. Somebody get Eminem in the chats. OG1 into shorts. That pitch is ball one in the dirt. Good Lord. All right, so that brings up Iju Hyung. Iju Hyung 0 for 2 on the day, and it hits him in the head on the curveball. A slow curveball. He just kind of ducked his head into it. Curveball gets away, doesn't it does curve, turns his head into it, and 108 on the gun on that if you're counting. KBO does have a rule where if it's a fastball into the head, it's an automatic ejection. But curveballs, anything like that, is not an automatic ejection. All right, that's going to bring up Im Ji-yeol, the one hit for Kiwoom, as the first pitch pops it up, but will get out of play, and it's 0-1. Samantha, where you been? All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that is ripped, but foul. And the ball boy is going to get some more work. 0-2 now on the lone hitter for Kiwoom. Rocking the specs. Here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Throws it in the dirts. Ball one. Had zero desire to throw him a strike, trying to get him to chase something. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up at the zone, and that misses up high again. 2-2. Hanwha fan cheering with the Kiwoom fans there. As here we go. The 2-2 pitch rolls that one over. Catcher is, nope, they're going to call it foul. I don't know why they called it foul. Might have hit his hand as he was still in the box. All righty, here we go. Another 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, 2-0 game. Bottom of the 6th, runner on first. pitch number 74. But first, we're going to check on over on the runner. He's got his double spider gloves. As the 2-2 misses outside, runs the count full. Third full count of the day for Kiwoom. They had reached on an error in the first inning. A 6-3 groundouts in the last inning. And here comes the 3-2 in the dirt, and they walk them. They've got runners on first and second now. There we go. What's happening now? Cool left. And now here comes Kiwoom. 75 pitches for Son Sung Gi. He threw 79 in his last game, 108, 97, 108, 99. He throws plenty of pitches. Usually not an issue. All right, after the mound visits, here we go. And that brings up Kim Gun-hee. First pitch, a swing and a miss, and then so on. You must be a Kiwoom fan. Are you a Kiwoom fan, or do you just not like LG? And here we go. The 0-1 is going to be a liner right to Shin-Min Jae. And that will be 3 away. They leave 2 more on. They've left 5 on today. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's 2-0 LG. Da, 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 da. Oh no, you just erased everybody's stuff. Oh well. All right. Lee Jun-yu will come in to pitch for Kiwoom. 한국말 해요. 근데 한국어로 하면 괜찮아요. 근데 영어 연습 필요하면 그것도 괜찮아요. All right, Lee Ju-hun will lead things off. Top of the 7th inning here. Lee Ju-hun out on the mound for which team do you like then? All right, Lee Jun-woo, 20 games, 14.2 innings, 2 losses, 2 holds, 4.30 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 8 walks, 1 home run given up. He will face the 7, 8, 9 hitters for LG. They are 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts on the day. Lee Ju-hun will greet him 0 for 2, a strikeout looking and a 5-3 ground out in his 2 at-bats. And first pitch is swinging, popped up, but will get out of play, and it's 0-1. .222 on the season. Ah, nah. 네. Yes, Dusanpan Namu Himdoloyo. As that is in there for a strike, 0-2. 근데 이성열 좋은 레전드 선수인데 정말 나쁜 코치예요. As that is in the dirt. It's a 1-2. 네. If you're a Doosan fan, you have to hope LG loses. That's the rules. And the 1-2 is popped up. Will it get out of play? It will into the LG section, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Nope. Looks like a time call. And the 2-0, I think he went around. He did not, according to the first base umpire. And we'll have another 2-2 pitch. We'll check the replay. He did not. Excellent call by the first base umpire. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside just at the thigh. Leaks it over, and that's going to be a single into left field. Missed his spots badly, and he is on base for the fourth hit of the day for LG. 2 straight innings with a leadoff runner for LG. That's going to bring up OG1. OG1 took over on defense in the bottom half of the 6th. Looks it's ball 1 there, and it's on 1-0. 220 on the season for the former LG Capitan. Hakeem is taken over as the captain. He's behind him in the lineup. That's outside. It's 2-0. OG1 running down to the bottom of his career at this point. You have to think did not have a good season last year, is not having a good season this year, often not even in the starting lineup. And the 2-0 is grounded to the second baseman, throws it to first, and that will be 1 away. Hit it too slow to turn a double play. That does move the runner up into seconds, and 1 away. Hakemin now steps in. Hakemin 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to the first baseman back in the 3rd inning, and then a fly out to center back in the 5th. 0 for 2. That pitch is way, way out and up. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch, pitch number 11 for Lee Jun-woo. And sets up on the outside and just catches the outside corner, 1-1. There we go. Had to sneeze a little there. All right, the 1-1 pitch just sets up on the inside. This time, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. KBO pitchers cannot hit spots, ladies and gentlemen. They are so off balance when they throw. And it sets up at the letters, misses up high, 2-2. Sets up at the letters, misses up at the face. Very, very constant, recurring episode from the KBO pitchers. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. It sets up at the knees, a swing and a miss there, and that's going to be outs number 2. Flips the lineup back over to Shin-Min Jae, who's been on base all 3 times today and has both of the runs on the scoreboard. Swing and a miss. Set a slider. It looked like a curveball to me. Nah. All righty, here comes the pitch to Shin-Min Jae in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Shin-Min Jae. Sets up on right down the middle, and that misses way outside. 1-1. They LG 선수 나이 너무 높아요. They're just so old. 두산도. Eugene, the LG cheerleader. Just reading her name, I have no idea who she is. Nah. The 1-1 is going to be a ground ball through the right side. And that is going to be the 4th time he's been on base. He's going to run to seconds and is in there with an RBI single as Lee Ju-hyun comes home. And they are now up 3-0. And Shin-Min Jae coming alive today, ladies and gentlemen. He is on the base for the 4th time today. Not a great throw. Wouldn't have gotten him if it was a better throw. With 2 outs, he was off on the swing. And that's puts them up 3-0. That's going to bring up Kim Hyun-soo, RBI double in his last at-bats, and that's misses upstairs 1-0. 18 pitches now for Lee Jun-woo. Kim Hyun-soo 1 for 3 on the day. A 4-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out, and an RBI double just last inning. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And it fouls it off on ball 2. 1-1. 네, 키움 사자 못해요. And here we go. The 1-1 pitch way outside. 2-1. 근데 LG 마무리 투수 없어요. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch to Kim Hyun-soo sets up on the inside corner right at the thighs, and he fouls that away, and it's 2-2. All right, so it's 2-2 pitch, 22nd pitch of this inning for Lee Jun-woo. Sets up right at the thighs again, and he turns on it, and goodbye, baseball. Goodbye, baseball. Yes, you did hear cheerleader. They've been showing the LG cheerleaders all day, Mary Kate. Yep. This game is what you would say is pretty much over, I think. Yep. 5-0 on that 2-run shot from Kim Yun-soo. Second straight inning, he just turned on it, elevated right at the boobies. As that was off the back of the dome, and that'll be it for him. We'll have ourselves a pitching change. I don't know who they're going to bring in to pitch because it doesn't really matter at this point, ladies and gentlemen. They have one hit on the day. AJ, where you at? AJ, where you at, man? The Kim Yun-ju will come in to pitch. Really? They're making a live action? Really? Wow. A live action How to Train Your Dragon. Interesting. Forget about having any new ideas. Let's just recycle all the old movies and make them. Let's make all the old animation movies into live action. Didn't they just have a live action Lilo and Stitch? And now you got a live action How to Train Your Dragon. All right, Austin steps in. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI and looks at the ball one up high. So Kim Yun-jun takes over, one number away from being great. 12 games, 34 innings, 1-2 on the season, 556. As that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be trouble. Second baseman grabs it and not able to make the play. And that should go down as an infield hit. As Austin is on base for the first time today. That was a difficult play up the middle at the dirt, or at the edge of the grass, and tried to make the play. Probably a better throw gets him, but definitely tough. Yeah, a better throw gets him. I don't know if they should call that an error, but this is the KBO, so they call it an infield single. And that brings up a Moonbo Young. And that is outside, a ball one. Nope, not in the KBO. That's a hit. All right, Austin will be done over at first. We'll have a pinch runner up by 5 with 2 innings. Lee Young-bin will take over. That's why I never, ever believe. And that is going to be another 2-run shot. This is getting ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting ridiculous. All right, well, Congratulations, AJ. Hey, did you take the over too? All right, to Moon Sung Ju, 0 for 2 on the day. Did a walk in his last at bats. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's 0 1. What's your over? Is it 6 like AJ's? All righty, here comes the 0 1 pitch. And that is ripped. A nice jumping catch by the first baseman. But, ouch. LG gets 4 more runs. No, 5 runs on a couple 2-run shots. And yeah, that is the Kiwoom bullpen doing Kiwoom bullpen stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Up until that point, they were 1 for 9 with runners on base. Let's see. Yeah, I think he took it later. AJ took his late. He took his after the 5th inning, so it was only 6. Yeah, I think he took it at the 5th inning when it was still 1-0. All right, so we've got the bottom of the 7th. I didn't even see Moonbo Youngs. I was doing something else. All right, so the first pitch is a ball outside and low. Leading things off is the number 6 hitter, Pak Soo-jong. And here comes the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. It's all right. So they won 3 straight. They won 3 straights. LG has Young Ben over at first, and that's going to be a single into right field. The second hit of the day for LG. All right, Jun Sol will step in. Only the second hit of the day. So changes. Chaewon Young is over in center field now. We've got a pinch hitter here. They said there's a pinch hitter. I don't know. And he fouls that away. Kim Dong-yup. And here comes the 0-2 up high. Ball 1, 1-2. Hitting 200 on the season. So other changes again. Park Hae-min is out. Chaewon Young moves into center field as that's a strike on the inside corner. And one away. First strikeout of the day for Song Sung Gi. That brings up the number 8 hitter, Yang Hyun Jong. Chaewon Young moves into center field. Looks like Moon Sung Ju moves into left. Song Chani takes over at the second spot in the lineup. And that's up high, 1-1 now. Almost got it to fix for you guys. Give me one more second as that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-2. Oh, Yang Hyun Jong 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in his first at bat, walked in his last at bat, and that is in the dirt. 2-2. And he pops him up, but it gets out of play and it stays 2-2. All right, so there we go. I think I'm got everything all situated and set back up. All right, here we go. The 2-2 is lifted up into the air, but that will get into the LG section and almost hits the worker. And that's still 2-2. All right, I think I've got everything fixed there for you guys. And the 2-2 misses way up, runs the count full. Fourth full count of the day for Kiwoom. They've walked in their last one, reached on an air. No. It's too hard as that's a swing and a miss there, and that's 2 away. No, I will do the 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock. It's just too hard because see here we're only in the 7th with an hour before the game starts. There's not enough time. I will do double headers. Just a sec. This is strike on the outside to Song Ji-hoo. Song Ji-hoo 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts to right field on the day. I will do double headers in July and August when Kiwoom has the 2 o'clock game because the other games are at 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. So those I don't have to rush and everything. All righty, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the inside corner and swing and a miss. 1-2. I don't know what game I would do. Lotte and Doosan has a good pitching matchup, and Hanwha and Kiwa also has a good pitching matchup. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that is lifted into right field. The right fielder catches it, throws the glove up, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's all LG. Two hits on the day. They are 0 for 9 with runners on base, ladies and gentlemen. 0 for 9. Doesn't not going to win any games with that. 0 for 9 with runners on base. Ouch. Eight, 16. Okay. That should be it for Song Seung-gi. 97 pitches, 2 hits, 0 runs. As we will have the rest of the game with some bullpen guys. LG will have their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. We'll have a again. We'll have a new pitcher for Kiwoom, maybe. Yep. Pak Yoon Sung will come in to pitch for Kiwoom. Ba, 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 ba. Soon we're gonna have a couple more changes. So Pak Yoon Sung, 21 games, 18 innings, 5 losses, 1 save, 3 holds, an ERA of 5, 17 strikeouts, 7 walks, 3 home runs given up on this season. I have to think that we're gonna have some other changes. So yep, Kim Byung-hee will take over at shorts. And the first pitch is up high, ball 1. So Won Sung-ju also takes over in right. And runs in there, 2-0. So right field, Park Soo-jong out and Wang Sung-ju. Ball 3. There we go. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1 now. And that's going to be ripped foul. Runs the count full, ladies and gentlemen. I was wondering where you been, man. That is not the 9th inning, by the way. It is the 8th. I don't know why it's not. Why it jumped me there. All righty, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. And that is upstairs and ball 4. No problem. Easy win. Easy win. Yeah, that's what happens when you give up 2 2-run shots. Here we go. That brings up Iju Hun. Iju Hun looks at the ball 1 there, up high, 1-0. Now 4 game, right? 4 game. Yeah, here we go. The 1-0 pitch. Let's not give him too much credit, Kiwi. The 1-0 is ripped, but it's foul into the pitcher, into the catcher, and 1-1 now. Gubonyak over at her first base. And it just catches the outside corner there, and it's 1-2. Yeah. Walk it off in the 11th. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside and swing and a miss there. 2 away. brings up OG Juan. It's never ever over, never ever ever over in the KBO. All righty, here we go. Runner on first. OG Juan 0 for 1 on the day. And looks at just strike one on the outside corner, 0 and 1. You have to wonder how much longer they're going to put up with OG Juan. 219 average. Pretty much just comes in and plays late in the game. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up right down the middle. And it's fouled away. 0-2. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Way up high, 1-2 now. 13 pitches for Pak Yoon Sung. The fifth pitcher for Kiwoom. Fifth pitcher. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Sets up on the outside once again. And fouls it away. Stays 1-2. All right, to the 1-2 pitch, and that is a fouled away again. Not able to get it past him. A 137 on the gun there. We were flying through the first 5. Now we're crawling at a snail's pace. Here we go. 1-2 sets up on the outside right at the belts and fouls that away also. And we'll have another pitch because why the heck not, ladies and gentlemen? Who wouldn't want more pitches? 7-0 game between the first place and the last place team. Only thing this game is missing is a sacrifice bunt. We haven't had any yet. It's kind of disappointed. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. It's a 2-2. Eighth pitch of this at bat, I believe. And here we go. The 2-2 pitch, 1 out. And runs the count full. It's another full count. Everybody loves them. Third full count of the game for for LG. They walk to lead off this inning. 3 straight innings with the leadoff batter on base. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away again. More. And now here comes the 3-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside and rolls over on it to second baseman, scoops it up, throws to first. And that will be 2 away. The same thing happened last inning where he ended up moving the base runner up to second base on a ground out. So we'll see what happens now as they bring up the number 9 hitter, Chaewon Young, to get his first hit of the day. Ojiwan average dropping down closer and closer to the Mendoza line. Couldn't happen to a better guy, honestly. As Shaewon Young steps in a 316 on the season for the defensive replacements. And the first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. LG has had the leadoff runner on base 4 times today. 4 times. They've scored in the first 3 innings, and then obviously this inning here also. As that is a strike right down the middle, 0-2. Here comes a pitch in the dirts on the outside corner. I'll just say it here. Sets up on the outside, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be difficult for the second baseman. Throws it in the dirts, but he beats out the throw with an infield single, and this game isn't over yet. Just way, way too fast. The second baseman makes a sliding stop back over in shortstop territory, but he is just way, way too fast. Easily beats it. And that's going to bring up Shinmin Jae, who is already 3 for 4 or 3 for 3 on the day with 3 runs scored as that misses low. Ball 1. Shinmin Jae having himself quite the day. Oh, that sounded good. Double in the first inning, a scored run, a single in the third inning. Walk in the 6th inning, scored a run, a single RBI single in the 7th inning, scored a run. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, pops him up. Right fielder under it, and that will be 3 away. 3 straight innings with the bats for the leadoff hitter. Gotta love that if you are an LG fan. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all LG. Finally got him out, but it's a little late. All right, who's coming in for LG at this point? You will face the 1, 2, 3 hitters for Kiwoom, whoever comes in. Have to imagine that Son Seung-gi is done 97 pitches. Can't imagine any reason in the world to bring your guy back out to throw 100 pitches when you're up by 7 runs with 6 outs to go. But, well, we all know how great the LG manager is. Probably one of Kiwi's favorite guys. All right, to Kim Young-un will come in to pitch. Best number in baseball on the mound. 27 games, 24 innings, 1 win, 2 losses, 1 save, 1 hold, 2.25 ERA, 29 strikeouts, 14 walks, and 1 home run given up. Bottom of the 7th, down 7, or bottom of the 8th, down 7. We'll have Son Seung-moon, Cheju Won, and Lee Ju Hyung. The bullpen pitcher for SSG is a bullpen pitcher. Yes, I do know that. 5 games, no starts, 129 ERA. He also just pitched earlier this week, as that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. He just pitched a few days ago. He pitched 3 days ago, so I have to imagine 2 or 3 games for him. Shi Young-woo, also a bullpen pitcher, but he's been starting in the second league as the 0-1 is grounded to the third baseman playing shorts, throws over, and that's 1 away. And Gubonyak is playing third base, but was in the shortstop position because of the infield shift. Shin Young-woo, 16.20 ERA, but he's been pitching in the Futures League. His last outing a little over a week ago, 7 innings, 1 hit. It was a home run. And then the outing before that's 5 innings, 4 runs. Outing before that's 4 2/3, 6. So he has 8 starts down in the second league. Yeah, that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, and that's 2 away. I wouldn't. I would say Park Gi-ho is probably not going to throw more than 2 to 3 innings. I would say maybe 3 innings. As far as starting experience, he did start 2 games in the second league back in April. As that is up high, ball 1. No, Lee Ju-hyung 0 for 2 on the day, was hit by a pitch in his last at bats. Yeah, has some experience starting. That is outside at 2-0. I would say SSG starter is definitely a bullpen pitcher, but NC starter is not a bullpen pitcher. No problemo. All righty, here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouled away, and it's 2-1. But also, KT's pitcher, Cuevas, is not pitched well this year at all, as the 2-1 pitch is going to be lifted into center field, but dropped down in front, and he is on base for the second time today. And that is their third pitch today, or hit today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Im Ji-yeol steps in, the left fielder. Where you at, Mary Kate? Here we go. Im Ji-yeol 1 for 2 on the day. A walk in his last at bat, a single in his second at bat, and a fly out to right in his first at bat. So it looks at strike 1 there, and it's 0-1. And strike 2 is 0-2. Is Kim Young-woo ahead in the counts once again. And it says throw it in the dirts. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. As that is up high. 1-2. Maybe it was throw it as hard as you can. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch just sets up, slaps the glove on the ground, throws it in the dirt, gets away. And that is not something you want as a pitcher. Right there, you've got Im Ji-yeol slamming his glove on the ground. The hitter can easily hear that. No question, the hitter can hear that. So he's looking for a pitch in the dirt. And then as the catcher, you do what he asks. You throw it in the dirt, and then it gets away from him, and the runner moves over to second base. As that pitch is way up high, runs the counts full, 3-2. Lots of full counts lately coming into this game, as the bullpen guys are a little wild, you could say. All right, the 3-2 pitch. And that's a liner back up the middle. Second baseman grabs it, throws to third. What a play, as that is a liner back up the middle, not able to make a play down at first base. So the second baseman grabs it, decides, hey, let's get the guy off of third base a little too far, throws back, but he is able to get back on the bag. And they've got runners on the corner now with Kim Gun-hee stepping in. Kim Gun-hee 0 for 3 on the day, lined out to the second baseman in his last at-bats. 0 for 3 with a 6-3 ground out and a 4-6 ground outs also. That is way up high. Ball one. 1-0. And that is going to be into right field, but the right fielder grabs it on the line, and that will be 3 away. They leave 2 more on. They've left 8 runners on base, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the 9th inning. It's all LG. 9 runners left on base, ladies and gentlemen. They did finally get a hit with a runner on base, though. Congratulations. That's their first of the day. Finally got a hit with a runner on base. Unfortunately, it was an infield single and didn't score anybody. Unfortunately for Kiwoom, I should say. And unfortunately for Harry. LG will have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up, trying to score some more runs for Harry. Song Chan-yi, Yi Young-bin, and Moon Bo-gyung will make their way up to the plates. Kiwi, did you see the Hanwha lineup? Yeah, got a hit, so he goes back and then move the guy that's hit really well, move him back down. Osuk Ju out on the mound now, 24 games, 25.1 innings, 3 holds, a 6.75 ERA. Yeah. No, isn't he at 95 now? 93. Give that man his respect. Uh-oh, I just messed up. As that almost hits him there. Oh-Sun Jin over at first, Yang Hyun Jong over at third, Pak Chu Hong in center field. Who did I just change? The right fielder. No. Yes, the right fielder. All right, that is 1-2 now. Sorry, I'm trying to update lots of changes again. Always late in the game. This is when I need another some help. Alrighty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch outside in the dirt. 2-2. Alrighty, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Pops its foul, stays 2-2. So Osun Jin takes over in the top spot in the lineup, but moves over to first. And a swing and a miss there, and that's out number 1. All right, I think I've got it situated and set up now. And here comes the 0-1 in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. He Young Bin 220 on the season, but lots of strikeouts. Home run or strikeouts guy, ladies and gentlemen. 11 hits, 3 of them have been home runs. And the 0-2 swing and a miss there. Strikeouts number 2. And that's brings up a Moonbo Gyung. Moonbo Gyung 1 for 4 on the day. Looks it's a ball 1 on the inside, and it's 1-0. A 2-run shot in his last at bats put LG up 7-0 there. Pop up to the third baseman. Reached on an air to the third baseman and struck out looking, as that is outside, and it's 2-0. All righty, here we go. The 2-0 pitch to Moonbo Gyung. And that just misses outside, a 3-0. All right, here comes the 3-0. Sets up right down the middle. And in there for a strike at the bottom of the corner, and it's the 3-1. He had no desire to swing at anything there. Put the bats back on his shoulder as soon as he went into the motion. And here we go, the 3-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside corner once again, and he lays off of it. Checks down to first or third, and he says no. And he will take his sweet little walk down to first base. And that brings up the number 5 hitter, Moon Sung Ju. Moon Bogyung, he'll stay on to the base pass and run. Moon Bogyung leading the league in WAR as far as position players going. He's been DHing a lot lately instead of playing third base. as Moon Sung Ju steps in, looks at the ball one way outside, 1-0. Moon Sung Ju lined to the first baseman in his last at bats, 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his first, flew out to left in his seconds, and then walked back in the 6th inning. As here comes the 1-0 pitch, it sets up on the outside once again, and that's in there for a strike, though. 1-1. Alrighty, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside again and misses inside, but's in the dirts. Doesn't get far enough away, and it would be 2-1. Go 2-1 pitch. Moon Sung Ju looking for his first hit of the day. And that misses outside. 3-1. Huh. 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 All right, here comes the 3-1. That sets up on the outside again. That's going to be a ground ball through the side. And once again, the game is far from over as Moon Sung Ju gets on base with his first hit of the day. Second time he's been on base, though. As Gubon Hyuk will step in. He's looking for his first hit of the day. All right, so Gubon Hyuk is 0 for 3 on the day as fouls that one away. It's 0-1. Did reach on a walk in his last at-bats, but was stranded on the base pass. Flew out to right in his first at-bats, left in his second at-bats, and then a 6-4 ground out back in the 6th inning. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside corner. And that's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop, throws it to second, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. The Kiwoom's got to get to 7 before they give up 3 outs. Can they do it? No. Can they do it? No. Zero chance. They do have 4 hits on the day, though, ladies and gentlemen. They do have 4 hits. Four hits on the day, ladies and gentlemen. 2 of them were in the last inning. 3 of them have come in the last 2 innings. Coming out to pitch will be Yu Young Chan for Q, or for LG. All right, we're back. Bottom of the 9th here. Leading things off will be the number 6 hitter. Yu Young Chan out on the mound. 2 games, 2.1 innings, 1 save, 4 strikeouts. ERA of goose eggs. As he is finally back. LG has missed him a lot. 0 chance, Daniel. 0 chance. All right, so Won Sung Ju 1 for 1 on the day. He took over for Pak Soo Jong in his last at bat back in the seventh and single. The first pitch is popped up. Right fielder going back, going back. Goodbye, baseball. Maybe so, Daniel, because that is a solo shot. And it is now 7-1. Two for two on the day. Maybe so, Daniel. Oh, did you take the 8.5 over? Thank you, LA. That is up high. 1-0. Seven. It's I don't know what the negative 250 means. I don't gamble. But at least you won. All right, to bottom of the ninth, 1 out or no outs now, and up to bats is looking at ball 2-1. Kim Byung-hee, he took over on defense for Pak Dong. Well, actually, Pak Dong-hyuk pinch hits and then struck outs, getting his first at bat of the day, and that is up high, 3-1. Can they get the magic 2? I know Harry is waiting as the 3-1 is outside, ball 4. As we are going to have ourselves an interesting game here, ladies and gentlemen. KBO is never over. Never over to the final outs. Can they score 7? I still say absolutely no. But that doesn't mean they can't score 1 or 2 more. 120 off the bats, 153 speed off the bat, 36-degree launch angle. As not much of a doubter. Yu Young Chan looking on like, oh, well, welcome back. As here comes the next hit, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yang Hyun Jong 0 for 2 on the day, struck out in his first at-bat, walked in his second, and then struck out back in the 7th. As that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. Here we go, the 0-2 pitch. And that is going to be a single into left field. And they've got runners on first and second now with nobody outs. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Song Ji-hoo. How about a bunt here? Harry wants a bunt. Harry wants a bunt. As that is way up high. Ball 1-0. Song Ji-hoo 0 for 3 on the day. Flew out to right in his first at-bat, flew out to right in his second at-bat, and flew out to right in his third at-bats. That's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Premio, of course. All right, the 1-1 pitch just sets up on the outside, down at the knees, and that's going to be a ground ball. 6-4-3, double play. Moves the runner over to third base. But 2 away now, and flips the lineup over. Oh Sun Jin, Hanwha Eagles legend himself, Oh Sun Jin steps in. Getting his first at-bat of the day. And it almost hits him in the head, but he ducks, and it's 1-0. Yeah. Yeah, they finally don't get shut out. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch to Oh Sun Jin, 239 on the season. And that's going to be a ground ball back up the middle, and that's going to score the run that everybody needs. And just like that, Kiwoom makes it to 7-2. There we go. All of you that are hoping and praying for 9 got your 9. That leaves Osun Jin over at first base. Cheju Wan stepping in. And looks at strike one, 0-1. Everybody can go celebrates now. 0 for 4 on the day. Popped up to the catcher in foul territory. Looks at ball 1 there, and it's 1-1. Then popped up to the right fielder who made a sliding catch in foul territory in his second at bats. Flew out to center in his second or third, and then grounded out to the first baseman in his fourth at bats. Fouls that one away. 1-2. No doubleheaders, Alan. I can't. There's not enough time. It takes me at least 30 minutes to prep for the next one because I have to change everything. Mary Kate, we just been waiting for you to come back. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will end the game. But not before Kiwoom gets 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th to make it to 7-2 and make Daniel and Harry's day. All right. Well, LG with an easy victory on the day. Kiwoom falls 7-2. A good starting pitching matchup, actually. LG, the starter, Song Sung-gi, once again pitched extremely well. No problem, Alan. 7 innings, 97 pitches, 2 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, gave up 0 runs again. 4 of his last 5 starts now have been 0 earned runs. No, Mary Kate, tomorrow's Monday, and 2, I can only do Saturday and Sunday games anymore. So, Kiwoom starter, again, the first pick in the draft last year's first round draft. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much.
다니엘 토레스 슈퍼채티드 9.99달러. Sharing the profit.
I love the Konglish lady. Sharing the profit. But Jung Hyun-woo, first start back since April 12th, where he got the victory against Hanwha. Pitched 5 innings, 65 pitches, 47 for strikes. Only gave up 2 hits, 0 walks, which is a huge thing for him because coming into this game, he had 13 walks in his 15 innings. Struck out 5, gave up the 1 run. That was the run in the first. Had to come out as he was at 65 pitches, and this was his 3rd start, I guess, because Kiwoom had him starting in the second league. He threw 25 pitches in the first game, and then the last game, which was on Tuesday, threw 53 pitches. So he was only going to be able to throw 65 to 70 pitches. Pitched extremely well. So maybe he'll be up to about 70, 75, 80 pitches in his next outing next week. Should be next week is Saturday. So the big hits come in the 7th inning. You had in the 7th inning, you had again Shinmin Jae coming up big. Leadoff single from Lee Ju-hyun, moved over to second base on the ground out from OG Wan, put runner at second. Park Hae-min is struck out, so you had 2 outs. You had a runner on second, 2 outs, and a 2-0 game. But Shinmin Jae comes up with an RBI single past the diving first baseman, scores that run to make it 3-0. Then after that, Kim Hyun-soo hits a 2-run shot to make it At that point, 5-0, and then a single from and then a single from Austin brings up Moonbo Gyung, who turns on the next pitch and ends up with another 2-run shot to put them up 7-0 at that point. Kiwoom fought back. They did score the 2 late in the 9th inning, but at that point the game was pretty much over. All of their hits came late in the game. They had 1 hit in the 7th. They had 2 hits in the 8th, and they had 2 hits in the 9th inning. So they only had 7 hits. 5 of them came in the 7th inning or later. They had early hits from in the 4th inning. They had 1 hit, and then maybe that was it. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, they get the easy win. LG. They still lost the series though, as Kiwoom has surprised a lot of people. They took 2 games out of Doosan, which wasn't that surprising last weekend. Then they took 2 games from Lotte earlier this week, and then they took the first 2 games from LG in this series. So 3 straight series wins for Kiwoom. Has to have Kiwoom fans, all 72 of them, and enjoying themselves and having a good week. They go 4-2 on the week. LG gets the win here, a much needed win, as they were only a half game ahead of Hanwha. Man, I have to think Hanwha wins. They have Ponce on the mound. So I was getting ready to say that too. LG gets the win here. They're only a half game up on Hanwha, and Hanwha has Ponce on the mound. They're playing against Kia in Gwangju, which is difficult for Hanwha. Kia should have won yesterday's game. The manager pissed that game away with absolutely awful decisions. But Hanwha has Ponce on the mound. But their bullpen, all 6 of their main bullpen guys pitched yesterday versus Kia. No, I can't. It's too hard. There's just not enough time to set up a game. I will do double headers in July and August. Because right now in Korean time, Kia home games on Sunday start at 2, but the 5 o'clock home game for the second set of games is just too hard to finish and get ready. But in July and August, those are 6 p.m. games. So a 2 p.m. game and then a 6 p.m. game. That 4 hours, usually a game can get done, and then I can have time to prep the next game. So starting in July, if Kia has a home game, or Kiwoom has a home game on Sunday that starts at 2, I can do the 6 p.m. game in July. But right now it's just too difficult to finish everything and get done on time. But LG gets the win, a much needed win, especially with Hanwha playing against Kiwoom. Next week, big series again. Hanwha gets Doosan, who is playing absolutely awful. LG has SSG, who's playing well. Kiwoom will have NC. So battle of the bottom halves of the teams there. So later on in the day, again, no other games have played. Ponce versus Yang Hyung-jong for Kia. I think Hanwha has to take. I would have to put my money on Hanwha. It's so hard to pick against Ponce. It's so hard to pick against Ponce right now. He is pitching absolutely lights out. Without a doubt, the best pitcher in the game. Then Lotte will have Gamboa versus Guakbin. Lotte, yeah, I would think Lotte would be able to win. Gamboa has pitched fairly well, lots of strikeouts, something he did not have in the minors in the MLB, but he throws hard enough. So against Doosan, Doosan is starting their Korean ace, but he did not pitch well in his first game back after injury. Then Samsung has Harado on the mound versus a Shin Young Woo, who is not started in the KBO in the first league, but he has started in the second league. He's pitched pretty well in the second league. Samsung does struggle to score when Harado is on the mound. He gets one of the worst run supports in the league. but Samsung at home, it's either tough to pick against Samsung at home. Then the other game, Cuevas versus Park Gi-hon, KT versus SSG. SSG is starting a reliever. He pitched earlier this week. He pitched, I think, 3 days ago in relief. So making his first start of the season in the first league. He is, I can't imagine he's going to be able to pitch too many innings. I have to think that he's going to be able to throw maybe five, or not five, maybe one time through the lineup, maybe 40 pitches, 50 pitches, and then they're going to have to switch. But Cuevas has not pitched well. He has probably been the worst starter in the league on the season. So that game should have plenty of runs. SSG versus KT should have a lot of runs. So make your decisions based on that information, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for me. I will see you guys. Remember, I cannot stream weekday games anymore. I'm only here on Saturday and Sunday, so make sure you're tuning in on Saturday and Sunday. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. Until next time.